Hey guys, welcome back to another video of the channel. We are back with the series where I go into each whole drama character and my thoughts on them, their journey in the show. And today we are continuing along with Gen 1, and we are talking about Cody today. In my last video, we talked about Bridget. I will link the playlist down below as all four videos are going to be on here, including this one. So, in the series so far, we covered Alejandro, Beth, Blaney, and Bridget. Today, we're talking about Courtney. And then in the next video, we'll be talking about Courtney. And if you are a Courtney fan, go find another video about Courtney. Because you will probably not like, you probably won't like what I have to say about her, but. And you? So, tomorrow, March 5th, I've been talking about this in the past, I guess, 4 or 5 videos. Tomorrow, Wednesday, March 5th, I will announce who is going to be the main focus of my first video on my new channel, Queen of What Ifs. And I also want to say that from now on, in both this channel and in my new channel and every channel I will have in the future, I'm going to be calling you kings and queens, and I really hope that is not taken. But, anyways, I should say this. Hello, my new king. Hello, my kings and queens. So, like I said before, today we're going to be talking about Cody. And before we get into today's video, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and comment down below on how you feel about Cody. And my alarm's going off, and so I'll be right back. There we go. We're all good. So we're gonna start with Cody's mini introduction. I get my information on the wiki, and I still can't link anything offsite on YouTube for now. So I'll just tell you how to do it. So go to your search browser. I use Google Chrome because that's what I usually like. Usually you can use Microsoft or Fire. You can use Microsoft, Firefox, um and any other browser that you use, but I use Chrome. So go ahead and click on the plus tab if you have any new tabs open, and you'll get new tab. Search up the Total Drama fandom. I have it on my screen. I don't know how to screen record, so I'm literally just gonna go tell you. Search up Total Drama Wiki or fandom. Click enter, and then you'll be able to see it pop up at first. So on the fandom site, click the link that says Total Drama Wiki on the fandom site. Click that, and you'll be at the home screen, and then you can scroll down and read articles about the seasons, the spin-offs, Total Drama presents the Ridiculous Race, or Total Drama Rama. You can go into seasons, Total Drama Island 2007, Total Drama Action, Total Drama World Tour, Total Drama Revenge of the Island, Total Drama All Stars, Total Drama Pactail Island, Total Drama 2023, and Total Drama Island 2024. And then you'll be able to see all the characters from Total Drama Rama, the first generation characters, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, and the ridiculous race. And then you'll be able to see the host on top, before you get to the contestants, Chris, Chef, and Don. And then you can also scroll up and see the news and events, and then you'll be able to see Total Drama Island has finished airing in the United States. Expect more shortly on the air date for Total Drama Island 2024. And then there's more news and events, and then you can just click on whatever you want to go, or you can read. So that's basically it. So enough about that. Time to talk about Cody. Cody Evitt Jameson Anderson was a camper on Total Drama Island as a member of the Screaming Gophers. He did not compete on Total Drama Action, but he was a member of the Total Drama Action Aftermath Peanut Gallery. He also returned as a contestant for Total Drama World Tour as a member of Team Amazon, and he was seen with the other original contestants on a yacht in the first episode of Total Drama Revenge of the Island. So before we get to what he looks like, here's what he looks like. I keep forgetting to do this. I forgot to do this in my blog video, and I forgot to do this in my bridge video. So I'm gonna make sure from now on, I'll start with a photo of him before we can get to what he actually looks like. So here is what he looks like. So Cody is a short male with this hideous brown bowl cut, and he's wearing this this like I guess I would say this long sleeve polo with a t-shirt over it, which is a light yellow with a dark red and dark green stripe like over his chest, and he's wearing blue cargos, I would say, and these gym shoes which are these light lemon yellow and dark olive green shoes. He is a male, like I said. He has brown hair, teal eyes, and his label is the Geek. And he is in 42 episodes overall. And then I think he has a cameo as his teenage self 4 times in Total Drama Rama. In Total Drama Island 2007, he was placed on the Screaming Gophers. He was eliminated in Paintball Deer Hunter, and he was 17th place. He doesn't compete in Total Drama Action, but in Total Drama World Tour, he was on the most iconic team on this show by far, Team Amazon, and he actually made the merge. He was eliminated in Hawaiian Punch, and he was third place. He is attracted to Gwen, but this is on his side. Gwen is friends with him, but he's attracted to her, but but this isn't reciprocated. And he's also in a relationship with Sierra, and this is a definite one-sided attraction on her side. I'll talk about this extensively in Sierra's video because I don't know why she's not in jail, but whatever. He is friends with Beth, DJ, Gwen, Harold, Heather, Justin, Noah, Owen, Sierra, Trent, and Tyler, and he is enemies with Alejandro, Blanley, Courtney, and Duncan. And his family, he has his aunt, his mom, and his dad, and he is voiced by Peter Oldring. If I pronounced that wrong, I'm so sorry. So now we're gonna go into his personality. Cody is a flirtatious, tech-savvy Greek geek who sees himself as a ladies' man instead of a nerd. He joined the show primarily to be with the cool kids, his own kind, or so he thinks. His self-named manly charms and smooth moves are famously not so smooth, failing around the other contestants such as Trent and Not Quite Famous when he tries to imitate Trent's style of sitting only to fall over. Cody's usual tactic of getting women involves him using pickup lines that sound irresistible to him but irritating to everyone else. Most of the girls he flirts with usually end up annoyed or amused. Cody likes to think that he's the cool guy, but his biography suggests that he is very intelligent. When he's not being perverted, he can be quite clever and crafty, as seen in episodes like Dodge Brawl, Total Drama Island, and Hawaiian Punch. It is highly suggested through Cody's huge crush on Gwen that once he becomes truly interested in someone, he will be loyal and do whatever it takes to make them happy, even give them up to another person. Cody is a sweet boy and shifts to the receiving of a major fixation in Total Drama World Tour. Total Drama fan turned contestant Sierra joins this hip despite his continuous protests. Eventually, however, Cody comes to value her devotion and sees her as his best friend. This is further supported in the first episode of season 4, where Cody is being hugged by Sierra, and although she would disturb him before, he is now smiling and now happy. Like I said with most of the other voice actors, would say that Peter Oldring was the best choice for Cody. No one, and I mean no one else, could have played him better than he did. So he really does capture this kind of this this ladies man, though he's really a nerd, and he's also shows Cody's more loyal side to him, if I'm making sense. But like I said before, I would, if I would personally cast Total Drama Island, if they ever did like a season with, the old contestants coming back, or an episode where every single old contestant comes back and we see in the reboot and possibly season 3, they better do a season 3 because I really do love the reboot. I would really like to see all the contestants come back in one episode. And if I were in charge, I would personally have all the original voice actors come back and reprise their roles, because no one, and I mean no one, could have played these roles better than these people. Time for Cody's journey in Total Drama Island, 2007. When Cody arrives on the island in Not So Happy Campers Part 1, he immediately gets along with Chris, who calls him Coaster and Codemeister. He begins to flirt with several female contestants, including Lashana, but she silences him by pointing her finger to his lips in a friendly gesture. He's later placed on the Screaming Gophers. While the campers are unpacking, Cody enters the girls' cabin and tries to flirt with Gwen, who shows no interest in Cody and kicks him out of the cabin. Cody performs well in Not So Happy Campers Part 2, jumping up the cliff and later helping his team build a sturdy hot tub. After his team wins, he proposes a toast. I just clicked out of this. I just clicked out. Oh my god. But Cody does propose a toast to his team's victory. In the big sleep, Cody suffers some misfortune after falling asleep. He ends up lying on Noah's butt, which releases some flatulence. Later, he is awakened by a sleeping Noah kissing his ear, which shocks both of them. I see this flying a lot, and I'm gonna mention this in my Noah video coming up. But a lot of people like to ship Noah and Cody as a ship. I call me heteronormative, and I know I might get hate on this, but I don't see it. It was a one-time thing, and it was an accident, and this is not brought up ever again. But call me heteronormative, but I seriously don't see it. Mm. While Cody believes himself to be a ladies' man, he is not very successful in his efforts to pursue his crush, Gwen, who remains uninterested in him despite his willingness to do anything for her. In Dodgeball, he is one of the assets of his team, helping them win the first round with his sneaky tactics. Later, he sacrifices himself to protect Gwen from a thrown ball that hits him in the groin. In Not Quite Famous, he spends most of the episode following Gretel and Gwen around and trying to make a move on her, even sniffing her hair. His behavior only serves to further irritate Gwen, though he remains oblivious and still thinks she has mutual feelings for him. That night, Heather reads Gwen's diary and reveals that she has a crush on someone on the island. Cody thinks she means him
Okay, let's move on.
until Heather mentions that the person that Gwen likes plays the guitar, an instrument that Cody can't play. The person who Gwen likes is Trent. In the Seki outdoors, Cody pees his pants when Izzy, wearing a bear costume, pretends to attack the Screaming Gophers. Oh my god, I just clicked out again. In Phobia Factor, Cody fails to disarm the time bomb in time and it detonates, covering him in garbage and failing the challenge. As he staggers around looking for help, his appearance frightens Bridget, causing her to lose the challenge as well. Um, Cody's fear in this episode is having to defuse a time bomb under pressure. Yeah, now my if you want to know this about me, my biggest phobias are planes, like Owen and Izzy, and heights. Because one time I went to a play with my mom, it was Beauty and the Beast, and one of her coworkers at the job that I talked about in my mental health video She gave us these tickets to go see Beauty and the Beast, and originally the seats were they were balcony seats, and then the chairs were, attached to the wall, and I had to just be against the wall the whole time because I get severe vertigo if I'm up high for too long. And that's also, I can't ride roller coasters as well as most people can in my family because I'm definitely afraid of heights because it's not, no, not that. I can't do it. And I'm just scared of planes because, I'm in the air and I hate heights. And also, one time when we were flying back here, to Chicago, um, from Atlanta, we got into this huge storm and we were still flying and there was lightning that struck the side of the plane. And I was just holding on to my mom the whole time we were on that plane and it was an hour ride back from Atlanta to Chicago that time. And then this lady behind me was cursing and I didn't hear her because we were in the air and it was so loud. But anyways, in Up the Creek, Cody once again tries to make a move on Gwen and goes to a lot of trouble to be her partner in the challenge. She reluctantly agrees because Beth and Lindsay have already chosen Trent as their partner. While paddling to Boney Island, Cody persistently asks Gwen out on a date but is repeatedly turned down. He finally drops the subject when she hits him in the groin. Cody begins to accept that Trent is the one that Gwen likes and promises her to partner with him on the way back to the camp. Gwen is grateful for this act but quickly loses her temper when she hears that Cody made a bet with Owen to see if he could get Gwen's bra. Oh my god, what? Causing him to causing her to hit him in the groin again. On Boney Island, Cody rescues Trent and Lindsay after they fall into the quicksand. Later, Cody has a private conversation with Trent telling him that he has feelings for Gwen too. At first, Trent angrily frightens him if he lies, saying that he can easily rearrange Cody's face. But Cody replies by asking Trent what he would gain by lying. Trent shows his gratitude to Cody for allowing him to partner with Gwen. For helping her get closer to Trent, Gwen actually gives him one of his bras, winning his bet with Owen and making Owen to do Cody's dishes for the rest of the competition. And Paintball Deer Hunter, Cody is the only one at his team that is excited to be a deer, stating that he is small but quick, but he gets separated from the other deer early on. Sometime later, he meets Beth and talks about her alliance with Heather. As Beth and Heather argue, Cody takes the bag of chips that Beth brought for Heather and leaves. Unknown to him, this bag has a hole in it, causing chips to fall out and attract the attention of a bear. The ben the bear ends up attacking him and mauls him, leaving him severely injured, requiring a full body cast in a wheelchair. To his surprise, he is voted off despite the loss not being his fault. This is because Lashana and Owen believe that this injury made him a liability to the team. Due to being handicapped, Beth offers him to wheel him to the doctor's chamber before bidding him forfeiting him farewell. She gives him a kiss on the cheek and shows him her tiki idol that she picked up on Boney Island. Cody tries to warn her that the idol is bad luck, but is muffled by the bandage over his mouth. His wheelchair then wheels over the dock and falls into the lake. So I want to pause this right here, and I'm gonna mention a fellow What If channel, Lytro Storm. He has actually made a What If on what if Cody didn't get mauled by despair, and I think that was his first Told Y'all My What If video. And I will link his channel down below as he has good stuff, and I'm pretty sure he's working on his action rewrite. But that was months ago, and I don't know when that video is coming out. But I will link Lytro Storm's channel down below if you want to go watch that video. So, yeah. By hot capture, Cody has fully recovered from his injuries and attempts to get a tan, believing it will make him more popular with the ladies. However, he accidentally ends up being sunburned all over his body. When the ex-contestants decide who they are supporting in the finale, Cody chooses Gwen. In the very last episode, really, Cody is among those who remain at Gwen's side, even after Owen announces his plan to hold a party if he wins. So good for Cody because I'm pretty sure the last person who we talked about who was there and who was on the Gwen side for switching no ones was Bridget. I crashed out during that video because that was just plain. That was dirty, yeah, Bridget. Come on. But Cody stayed. Thank you, Cody. Thank you, Cody. Thank you. In total drama island, he teams up with Owen, DJ, and Tyler to get the $1 million case. He acts as the brains of the small group, coming up with many ways to keep them all in line and not betray one another. After the group starts to distrust each other, Cody ties all four of them to ensure that none of them abandons the group with the case. However, they lose it while Owen is doing his business. They eventually find it in Justin's hands, and Cody tells him that the paparazzi are there, and he steals the case while Justin poses. After an encounter with a bear in Courtney, Cody and Tyler fail to reach the dock of Shamanton and are ineligible to compete in the next season. Alejandro wasn't there. Blanley wasn't there. Beth and Bridget, they were eligible to compete. Cody is the first one in this whole series in Gen 1 who does not compete in Total Drama Action. Honestly, I kind of wish Cody competed in Total Drama Action. That would have been cool to see because we'd get to see more of his intelligence. And I would definitely assume that he would make it to at least I'd assume he made it to the final five if he did compete in action. But he might be too overpowered because yeah, because yeah. I'm trying to okay, that's better. Time for his brief journey in Total Drama Action. Cody is one of the unqualified characters in the talk show Total Drama Aftermath. He appears in the Aftermath 1, and I just realized that this episode on Netflix is called Trent's Descent, along with the other losers watching Jeff and Bridget interview Izzy and Trent. Cody is notably one of the few characters who remain on Gwen's side for the breakup situation between her and Trent. It is revealed that Cody is still in possession of one of Gwen's bras that he found in Up the Creek.
Ew.
For the remainder of the season, Cody continues to watch the show from the Aftermath studio, including the tiebreaker between Duncan and Beth to determine the winner of the season. I don't think it's shown who Cody. I don't think it's shown who Cody voted for, but if I had to guess based on if I had to guess based on what he does to Duncan later on, I would say he vote for Beth. I'd say he vote for Beth. Shoot, 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 shoot. Okay. I almost scrolled down to Total Drama World Tour, but in Celebrity Man has Total Drama Action Reunion, especially, the time skip to where they're all 17 now. Sometime after Total Drama Action, Cody, Trent, Harold, and Justin created a boy band called the Drama Brothers, was later broke up after Harold went solo. Cody went on the tour bus to try to regain his popularity after some encouraging words from Sierra. After Chris rescues the cast, Cody makes it to the new season, Total Drama World Tour. Lil Dahino, has had her eye on him for quite some time. I do want to say this in my fanfic, Sierra's not crazy at all, but I'm planning on making more alternates where she is her original crazy self. The only reason why I did not have her be crazy is because I needed to eliminate her early on in my fanfic. Oh, when I finish these chapters completely, all the chapters including the finale, because I'm on chapter 16 right now, episode 16, Picnic at Hanging Dork, and I will read these when I'm done with them. I'll probably read two fanfics at a time, and I haven't even started a rewrite of one that I really liked its simplicity for. But the way the character spoke at sometimes it was a bit disjointed in my opinion. So you're gonna have to wait like a few months, if not a year, in order for me to read these. So please be patient with me. Okay. Time for Cody's journey in Total Drama World Tour. Cody returns to World Tour with hopes that he can try to win over Gwen, especially now since she and Trent have broken up, but he is also put on the receiving end of an attraction by his biggest fan, Sierra. Before they even leave the airport, Sierra is shown to know what his full name and his birthday were, even though this information had never been revealed on the show. While he generally tries to avoid Sierra for much of the season, the two are often paired up for challenges throughout the season. This is the case during the first challenge, but the would wind up being placed on different teams. However, it wouldn't be long until Sierra transfers over to Team Amazon to be on the same team with Cody. Okay, water time. Okay, we're good to go. For much of the season, Cody is overshadowed by most of his team members. Because even though the team manages to avoid elimination for quite some time, he is often the weakest link because of his scrawny physique. A notable exception to this, however, is Super Happy Crazy Fun Time Japan, where most of his team is too busy arguing to participate in the challenge. As a result, he is the one to participate in the first challenge, and while he does the worst in the challenge of the three teams, he and Sierra are the only ones to do the commercial from the challenge, and the commercial gives the team invincibility. Other challenges, however, required him to be helped immensely by Sierra to make it through. An example of this is during Anything You Can Do I Can Do Better, where he ends up sinking in the water and remains frozen for most of the challenge, to the point where he is unable to move. He still does not give Sierra any mutual respect, however, due to Sierra's constant stalking, such as giving him foot rubs in his sleep despite his protests. In fact, all but two of the elimination ceremonies he attends, he votes for Sierra whether she has immunity or not. It would not be until much later where he begins to appreciate this habit of hers. In my opinion, this whole Cody and Sierra thing, to me, it's giving at least a little bit of Stockholm syndrome. I'm not getting into that at all, but I'll probably try to find a video on YouTube who can explain Stockholm syndrome much better than me. Cause I, I, yeah, I'm not talking about that on a total drama video. No, nope. Cody continues to be creeped out by Sierra for most of the season, but Sierra is completely unaware that Cody dislikes her. In the end, odds on race, even though Sierra knows all about Cody's allergies and even sucks the poison out of his finger when he gets bitten, and the team no longer has an EpiPen, Chris reveals that night that Cody voted out Sierra. With Sierra heartbroken by these events, Cody tries to cheer her up in the next episode, but Sierra doesn't listen to him and continues sobbing. However, the song, Paris in the Springtime / We and My Friends, the song reveals that all she wants to do is go outside, but even after he stages a romantic dinner with Sierra, he still fails to cheer her up. He confesses that while he dislikes Sierra bugging him all day, her bawling her eyes out was even worse. He was finally forgiven, though Sierra reveals in the confessional that she was faking it all along. Why is Sierra in jail? Why isn't she in jail? As Sierra falls back into her old habits and Cody continues to show his usual response towards it whenever the two are paired up together or alone in the next few episodes, he still shows his attraction to Gwen in a somewhat similar manner to Sierra, although it isn't quite to the extent of Sierra. While he does such things as telling Tyler to take a picture of him and went together while the latter was asleep, he also manages to win the tiebreaker challenge and Reese's Pieces despite the protests of Courtney and Sierra to throw the challenge so that then they can vote off Gwen that night. Even though he doesn't do anything to stop Gwen's hatred towards Gwen, he is the only one that seems to support her in the X Files, such as not saying anything a boyfriend can sacrificing his candy in order to get them through the minefield, and promising her that he would vote off Courtney rather than Sierra in the scenario they lose. I talk about this love triangle in a separate video where I just go into the love triangle and how I talk about how I just simply do not care. I might do an updated version of that because I didn't really remember some things. But now, as I watched most of World Tour already at this point, I remember all of the things. So I'll probably do an updated Love Triangle video. I might, or I can do a part two to that video, as I have a lot to say about that. Mm. Unfortunately for both of them, Cody and Gwen, Cody's hatred towards Duncan for kissing Gwen would ultimately result in Cody throwing a dingo at him out of revenge for Cody for harassing him throughout the episode during the bungee jumping challenge and picnic at Hanging Door. This causes him to become disoriented and not vote for Cody during the elimination ceremony. This causes Cody to indirectly causes Gwen's elimination that night. His sadness towards her elimination carries on in the following episode, Sweet and Sour, where instead of building an actual boat for the challenge, he builds a replica of Gwen's head instead. So I want to talk about a bit of my fanfic. I'm so sorry, but I do want to go through some of the changes I did, and I forgot to mention this. I'll probably mention this in my Lashana video, unfortunately, which is coming up. I love Lashana. She's my favorite character, so she might be number one on this list, so fair warning. But in my fanfic, unfortunately, Cody, Gwen, and Lindsay, I'm sure, they are all eliminated in different ways throughout chapter 15, so he's not there when Gwen gets eliminated, but he doesn't really have a crush on Gwen anymore at this point in my story. Well, he did have a crush on Gwen at this point. He did a little bit. Yeah, he did a little bit. He still has his creepy moments, but it's not as bad as It's not as bad as say what he does in the show. God no. Um. Yeah. So I don't know how I'm gonna write this song with Cody not there, but I have something in mind. While this Gwenhead ends up floating most of his team is anger, in particular Heather, who chases him around with a sledgehammer that's provided for the challenge. He serves as the team's captain. When the teams merge in Niagara Brawls, Cody is still mostly paired up with Sierra during the challenges, and things only get worse for him when Sierra gives the two of them an official marriage.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
In Niagara Brawls, promising to help deal with Sierra. Heather tries to form an alliance with him in Chinese Pickup, and she tries to tell him that the two are not actually married. While Cody does try to tell Sierra that he only likes Sierra as a friend, he is unable to word it correctly, and Sierra misinterprets his statement as that he also loves her back. Cody is invited to first class with Sierra that night and drinks the love me tea she received while the others were doing the first challenge. But too much of the tea causes him to hallucinate, and he is unable to do most of the challenge in African Lion Safari. No, no, no. Let's be real, Sierra, basically. Despite this, he proceeds to the final four and is invited to first class with Alejandro. Cody is grateful to Alejandro for keeping him away from Sierra and Rafa Pui, but Alejandro is only doing this so that he can gain Cody's loyalty in order to get rid of Pepper. He makes use of Cody's addiction to candy by giving him the reward he had from the previous episode to him in order to further gain his trust. Unlike the other episodes, Cody works together with Alejandro rather than Sierra, with Cody using his candy basket to carry his and Alejandro's eggs. When it is believed that Sierra is eliminated later that day, Cody thinks that Sierra is finally gone. However, much to his horror, Chris announces that no one is being eliminated, and Cody had to once again share the night with Sierra in economy class. Despite their night together in loser class, Sierra is obsessed with him in awe drumheller, much to Cody's confusion. He is, however, touched to find out that Sierra remembers that it's his birthday where no one, including himself, remembers it. This makes Cody look at Sierra differently for the first time and apologizes for the way he had treated her. No, bump that. Bump that. Cody deserved every word he said. I get that he forgives her, that was sweet, and I like that they become friends at the end, but he did not have to apologize for the way he treated her. Sierra had to. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? No. No. For this, Cody chooses to vote for Sierra as the winner of the first challenges. While trying to find out why Sierra is so upset, he discovers a photo showing him sleeping beside Heather. However, Cody explains why the picture was a fake as Sierra never left him alone in the cargo hold, so there is no chance for the picture to be taken. Sierra and Cody realizes that this is Alejandro's doing and plan to phone him off. They also decide to enlist Heather's help in dispatching him. That night, just before Chris announces the final vote, Sierra interrupts him to wish Cody a happy birthday and brings out his cake with firework like sprinkles as candle. Sparklers as candles. But this causes the plane to explode due to sparks hitting oil nearby the plane, eliminating her and securing Cody's side of final frame. Spoiler alert, I have not written chapter what is this? What is this? 23? Yeah, 23. I have not written chapter episode 23, but I will tell you this. I am not letting that plane blow up. Not on my watch. If I had to choose a subplot that I hate the most, it would be this. Bridging a sexual call Paul and the love triangle. These are the ones I would choose to just be erased from World Tour overall. Thank you. At least we still got a banger song from Bridging a Sexual Pole though. Cody does not appear in Hawaiian style physically, though he appears in archive footage and as a hallucination on Harold's surfboard as he competes to help Cody in finale. It is shown that an overwhelming majority of the peanut gallery supports him over Heather and Alejandro as he is the least evil of the three. In order to get to Hawaii in planes, trains, and hot airmobiles, Cody constructs a hot air balloon and uses Sierra's wheelchair as a part of its component after she willingly gives it up to him. Finally trusting her enough and calling her his best friend, Cody decides to bring Sierra with him to Hawaii after Chris abandons her. The two overcome many obstacles along the way, but ultimately they crash after the balloon is caught in a telephone wire. With his only means of transportation destroyed, Cody believes he had lost all hopes of winning until Sierra comes back with a box of fireworks she received from a Cody fan running the stand and uses it to launch the both of them all the way to Tijuana Beach. After getting rid of Alejandro, Cody believes he had won second place until Alejandro crashes into him, causing a tie. Pause. I'm surprised that no one has done a fanfic on what if Cody made it to the finale instead of Alejandro, as that would be an interesting way to see. Because, A, Alejandro doesn't get burned by lava at the end. By the way, Alejandro is planned in my fanfic to make finale like he did in canon. I'm not letting him get burned by lava because that was ridiculous. But I digress. In order to determine the second finalist, Cody and Alejandro have to battle each other in Hawaiian Punch. Despite almost the entire cast supporting him, Cody is knocked into the water after being distracted by Heather and is swallowed by a shark until Sierra saves him. Determined to make sure Alejandro doesn't win, Cody volunteers to help Harold with Harold joining him. As the two take on Alejandro's helpers in Versus, his helpers are Courtney and Lizzie. Cody manages to get rid of Lindsay by telling her about a seal nearby, but he is unable to do anything about Courtney as she sits on his back. When it's discovered that Alejandro hates being called Al, him on Cody reminds him how Owen kept calling him Al throughout the season in order to distract him. However, Cody accidentally traps Heather in a cage, giving Alejandro the advantage. Cody gives Heather encouragement not to give up, saying that she can't give up now or the bad guy wins, encouraging Heather to think she's the good guy and later catch back up to him. Like everyone else, He cheers for her when she wins and escapes the island when the volcano erupts. Actually, fun fact, today in my online class during science, I actually learned about volcanoes today, so that's actually pretty funny. Okay, so in terms of competition, this is where Cody's journey ends, but he is mentioned constantly throughout All Stars, and has a cameo. He doesn't have a cameo episode, unfortunately, but he is seen on the yacht in Total Drama Veggie Island. Let's get into that. In Bigger Battle, Brutal Cody appears with the other veteran contestants on the yacht en route to Camp Polonakwa. He is seen at the stern being hugged tightly by the now recovered Sierra with a smile on his face. I also want to mention this: Sierra did lose all her hair after she left the plane, but it seems like she is recovered as she is able to walk now and stand, but she is wearing this red cap over her hair, so it's assumed that I guess she has like a shoulder length bob now. Although he did not compete for the season, Cody was mentioned multiple times by Sierra during her time on the show. During a conversation with Sam in Heroes vs. Villains, Sierra explains that she is winning a competition for Cody because it's too dangerous for him to return. Many of Sierra's antics during the challenges is related to Cody, including finding a key resembling him and digging a total 20 feet deep hole under the impression of looking for him. She even has over 500 pictures of him saved to her phone with a picture of Cody in the shower as her wallpaper. Old habits die hard. Old habits die hard. Being away from Cody slowly deteriorates Sierra's mind. She begins to see Cameron as Cody. Although she attempts to shrug this up, she finally succumbs to her insanity and refers to Cameron as Cody, or sometimes a combination of his name. She hallucinates her entire team with Cody's head in food fright after her phone stops working. Her persistence made Cameron, who understand how Cody felt in season 3, to steer clear of Sierra's way, despite being friendly with her at the beginning of the season. Sierra also adopts a two-headed rat and no one expects to span its opposition and names them after Cody similarly to Cody Jr. When Sierra is eliminated in Sucker's Punch, Sierra screams, "I'm coming, Cody," while she is being flushed down the flush stain. The exclusive clip shows Sierra at Area 51 surrounded by multiple alien clones of Cody. Like I did with my Blaney video, is it? Yeah, Blaney. I will link the World Tour exclusive clips. There's no mention of Cody in an exclusive clip. I will still link the Total Drama World Tour exclusive clips down below, as well as the Total Drama All Stars exclusive clips down below. That's where his journey in terms of Total Drama, the actual series, ends. But we still have his cameos in Total Dramarama. And elderly Cody makes a cameo appearance at the end of Tigerville. He and Gwen have been playing the silent game for 78 years to decide which flavor of ice cream to buy. Cody is the last member of the kids who wanted to buy chocolate and tapes his mouth shut to prevent him from talking. The two play for decades till Cody reaches the end of his life and passes away, making Gwen the winner of the game by default. Teenage Cody makes a cameo during the ending of Much Ado About Owen during a game of tic-tac-toe with Owen. It's Pace Cody with the T, Cody with the TY. Cody briefly ages into a teenager while going through a wormhole. Teenage Cody eventually appears in a whole lot of trouble and gets a major role in Izzy's imagination, along with teenage Courtney, Izzy, and Lightning. And that's basically it. We still have his Camp TV design and his audition tape. And I'll link Cody's audition tape down below like I did with Bridget and Beth. For his audition, Cody created a beat on a music slash sound FX board while singing a song about a girl. His father told him to quit because he was making too much noise. This portion of the video is very similar to Beth's audition tape. Cody then apologizes to his dad and that states that he'll be bigger than somebody, but he does not specify who due to the camera being shut off before he can say the name. Here is his Camp TV design. And he's noticeably taller and he has brown hair and teal eyes like he does, but he's wearing this orange beanie a crop white tank, and these baggy lime green cargos, I'd say, and this watch and orange sandals. Cody is present in the Camp Tree TV trailer, and along with Harold and Beth is watching Tyler dive in the trailer. His design was Duncan's first design. It was later recycled into an insert. His outfit comprises of a white-green tank top, green jeans, and orange sandals. He is also wearing a watch on his left wrist and a ring on his right on his index finger. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then like the other side, and then like the other contestants, there's trivia of him, and I'm not getting into trivia today, like I said. But that's it for Cookie. Hey, so if I so like I did before for all the other contestants, here are my thoughts on Cody. I like him, but in the first season, I'm gonna say it right here. He doesn't talk in most episodes, and I feel like that made him kind of forgettable, at least in the run of the early shows. In during run of the early show days, like Island in Action, he barely had any speaking lines in Island, barely had any speaking lines in Action, and then in World Tour, this turned him into a kind of forgettable character to a totally iconic one as he made it to the merge, dominated everyone, dominated people like Courtney, Duncan, Gwen, them. But he did make it to the finale, unfortunately, so that's kind of sad. But if I were to rate him, he is gonna land at seventh. It's just due to his actions in season one. So far, Blaney is in the middle of the pack. Beth is below Cody by one spot. Alejandro is fifth, and currently, at least right now, Bridget is the highest on this list in terms of stupid alarm. I'm gonna wrap this off quickly, but she is highest. She is currently the highest at third. So who will be number one? I said this earlier. It's Lashana, but I'll say that in my Lashana video. Who's gonna be last? Find out soon. But tomorrow, if you are a longtime fan of me, make sure you watch my short form video announcing who is going to be the main focus of my very first What If. That'll that'll be split into two parts. Comment down below in my big announcement video, as this is the last day. I'm going to mention this. Comment down below quickly. Quickly. This character is in My Little Pony Equestria Girls, which we're going to talk about, which is a series we're going to be talking about in the What Ifs. He is a male, and he had a sort of main role in the first three movies. So that means Equestria Girls, Rainbow Rocks, Friendship Games, and Legend of Everfree. So hurry up, get those guesses down below. Get those guesses down below. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and comment down below on how you think about Cody. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, my queens and I can't speak. Bye, my kings and queens.